Kutupalong in Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh, the world's biggest refugee camp. Over 600,000 people live here, most of them ethnic Rohingyas from Myanmar. Neighbouring camps bring the total number of refugees in the region to close to 1 million. They have fled brutal attacks by the Myanmar military and spiralling conflict between ethnic militia. While younger people are able to escape the attacks on their villages, the older residents often stay put. Mariam Khatun fled with her 3 children when Myanmar soldiers entered her village in Maungdaw township.
When the soldiers came and set houses on fire, my parents were inside. My parents hadn't been able to move on their own for 5 years. We couldn't take them with us when we fled. We crossed the river. My parents were burned to death when the house was torched.
The elderly Rohingya who are able to reach the refugee camps face another set of challenges. Amnesty says they are frequently unable to access basic facilities.
Much of the infrastructure set up in terms of the humanitarian response is based around an assumption of being able to get to a distribution point or a water point or a camp clinic. And if physically you are unable to walk up and down the hills of the Bangladesh refugee camps to get to a latrine or a water point or a camp clinic, then those are inaccessible to you.
Many of the elderly refugees have been forced to flee their homes 3 or more times during their lives.
Everything was burning. The security forces were in the village. They were torching homes from one side to the other.
The Myanmar government argues it is safe for the refugees to return, but authorities are refusing to give the Rohingya full citizenship or allow them to return to their homes.
The question here is about when is the right time for the Rohingya to return to Myanmar. In order for this to happen, the conditions in Myanmar need to be in place for there to be a safe, dignified and long-term solution.
Until that happens, Amnesty says the vast aid operation must take greater account of the specific needs of the elderly refugees. Henry Ridgewell for VOA News, London.